What's up, guys? Welcome back to Everyday Money. So glad to have you here. What's up to the Sheeb Army out there? Today we are going to be talking about the big news that's going on right now, and that is that ShibaSwap is finally out. ShibaSwap had recently gotten a lot of just negativity around it, a lot of impatience and such. It began to be called the soon swap because the developers always were coming out with, it's coming soon, the audit's going to be finished soon, ShibaSwap's coming soon. It just got to be known as soon swap for like the last, I don't know, 4 days to a week or something like that. But the developers and the founders put that all to bed because in a very short time after the last time they said soon, after the Reddit Ask Me Anything with a Certic audit company, they have released ShibaSwap to a seems to be great opening, and everything seems to be going well for it. And the biggest thing that's going well for it is that this is a very positive thing for legitimacy, for just this being a real project that people are working on behind the scenes consistently to make it better. Because before this, Shiba Inu Token had been looked at as a meme coin, had been called a scam, had been called everything under the sun, and still is. But with this coming out, with the Wolf Paper 2.0 being released, with ShibaSwap being released, it's pretty safe to say that this is a project that is here to stay and is not going anywhere. Not a joke, not a scam. It's going to be a real thing. Now, Reddit and the subreddits that I'm on have been going crazy with updating how much value has been locked, how many tokens have been staked, etc., etc. There's just been a lot of buzz about this. But the big question a lot of people are asking is, why is the price of Shiba Inu token just still flat? It's just kind of been trading sideways even before and after the swap was released. There really wasn't a large spike or anything like that. But I think that we're gonna all have to be patient in order to reap the rewards. So what I want to do first off is look at other swaps that have come online and what their financials look like. Now, ShibaSwap having just come online yesterday. When I looked at the last time I looked at this, when I put my notes together, it was at 1.14 billion in total value locked. Now, if I look right now, we are at, let me actually refresh this. And it's probably going to take a minute because it's there's so much going on in the ShibaSwap right this second. We are at 1.33 billion in total value locked, and that is in like 1 day. SushiSwap took 1 year to get to 2.9 billion. So we are, what, almost halfway to where it took them to get a year to in 1 day. And for Uniswap, took 4 years to get 5.7 billion. So obviously there is a lot of Shiba tokens being staked. There's a lot of value being locked into the ShibaSwap. And that, you know, so that people are saying, why isn't the price of Shiba Inu Coin going up? For these tokens, they did go up. These other ones like Uniswap, SushiSwap, they did go up from being worth cents to dollars to tens of dollars, but it did take them on average 7 to 9 months. But another thing to look at with that is that they have a much lower coin or token count in circulation. For example, SushiSwap only has 127 million and Uniswap has 587 million versus Shiba Inu's 395 trillion tokens. And so that gets us to why Shiba Inu token has been trading sideways between like 0.50s, 7 and 9 for a pretty long period of time at this point. You know, a few weeks, if not up to a month. And the reason is that despite the ShibaSwap coming out and the buzz that's circulating on that within the community of Shiba Inu and the ecosystem, there hasn't really been anything that has changed with the fundamentals. There's a lot of people that don't want to look at this. They just want to say to the moon, when Lambo, when is it going to go to 1 cent, $1? And anyone that goes against that is usually dismissed as being FUD. But I don't want to be the YouTube hype guy, the guy that's just always saying, we're going to the moon, we're all going to get rich, we're going to get Lambos, if you put $200 in 2 months, you are going to be a millionaire. I try to keep things reasonable for you guys, and I try to keep things realistic. But this is your money. These are your investments. And so when I come on the camera and talk to you, I do want to be realistic about what I'm doing and the realistic things that I think about the Shiba Inu token. Now, remember, I am not a financial advisor and I'm not your financial advisor, so you do have to do your own due diligence on this. But like I said, nothing has changed with the fundamentals of this token. There are still 395 trillion tokens out there, and that is a ton of tokens. As a matter of fact, that might be the biggest cryptocurrency as far as amount of tokens outstanding without me digging into it and see if there's one that's of a much smaller market cap that's way down the list and it has more tokens. But of the, let's say, top 30 or 35, that would be the one that has the most tokens in it. A lot of people will say stake tokens are burned, so we're reducing the amount of tokens circulation, and that is totally not true. Stake tokens are not burned in any way. They are still counted in the circulating supply, and that is what the price of the token is based on. You see, stake tokens can be unstaked, and so those could be put back in circulation. For example, if you guys are on like crypto.com, a lot of times there is a 3-month staking process, so those come essentially temporarily out of circulation and then are brought back into circulation otherwise. There's no new money rushing into the Shiba Inu token. Otherwise, the market cap would have changed in a significant fashion. And we have been sitting around $3.4 to $8 billion in market cap for, as long as I can recall. Now, if you guys look back in the chart, when it went up to 0.4036, and I don't have it right in front of me, but we did get a market cap of somewhere like in the teens of billions of dollars, and you can see where if there was a lot of money rushing in, how that would really increase the market cap, and that is something that has not happened because with all of the excitement about this ShibaSwap coming online, it's mostly people that are already in the Shiba Inu token that are using the ShibaSwap, and they are not purchasing more tokens or an abnormally larger amount than they were before. They are simply moving tokens from whatever centralized exchange that they have them on into the Shiba Inu ecosystem, and so there is not any money rushing in. It's just tokens being moved around. And so with all that being said, what is going to cause the Shiba Inu token to take off in price? What can make it move higher? And to kind of piggyback off of what we were just talking about, simply more money rushing in is what we need. Again, if you look back when we had that market cap in the mid-teens of billions of dollars, the price was up to 0.4036. So as this gets more media attention, and it has been, there's been more major media outlets reporting on the Shiba Inu token. And I'm sure in the coming weeks, it's going to be on CNBC as, they will try to pick up on anything. It has been the #1 trending cryptocurrency on several different lists. That's going to bring a lot of excitement. It's going to bring a lot of money rushing in. There's going to be a lot of FOMO as the price of it increases, if it increases, which I do think that it will increase as time goes by. So that money will rush in, especially as there is more buzz and media attention. And even the negative things that people say on other crypto subreddits or Twitter, such as like Ethereum or like just cryptocurrency subreddit, all of that, it's like the old saying, it's any publicity is good publicity. There is another thing that would kind of go along with like the AMC GameStop short squeeze action is if there are enough tokens staked, and we are talking about, you're probably going to need to be north of 90% of the tokens staked to make this happen, but if there are enough tokens staked and the demand is high enough, it could create a temporary shortage and temporarily drive the price much higher, similar to a short squeeze. On a short squeeze, the stocks are shorted and the short sellers are trying to buy the shares to cover their short positions, but they cannot because there are no shares available, such as when more than 100% of the float is being shorted. And so they need to pay higher and higher prices in order for someone to sell their shares and for them to be able to cover. The same thing could happen if there is a ton of Shiba Inu tokens staked, and I mean, it's going to have to be a vast majority of them. And for example, let's say while it's trending here, the price of it goes up in a very significant fashion because there's a lot of demand coming in to buy that, it could create a temporary large price spike in the coin. When that's happening, I do think that that will be a temporary thing as far as a major parabolic spike in the token, and there will probably be pretty much instantaneous profit taking that will bring it back down to wherever it decides to level out in the short term. One way to increase the price of it is to burn tokens. Now, I don't see this as being a thing. I do not see any burn in sight. I think that the developers and the founders want to keep this token with a gigantic supply. I think it can outpace the value of Doge without ever crossing a cent, like it says in the Wolf paper. And I believe even once the Bone governance tokens have been widely distributed, that the doggy DAO that will run this entire thing like a constitution will not allow a token burn to happen. I think that with the multi-sig wallets that they will override any type of burn that could potentially be voted on. That is just my speculation on that, and I don't have any inside information or anything like that. Now, moving forward, I still do think that a reasonable price target of 0.0001, that's 3 zeros and a 1, would be where I would kind of put my max price target in the 1 to 3 year range. That would put us at a market cap of about $39.5 billion and up there with cryptos like Cardano and Dogecoin. I think that that's a pretty realistic price target, and it's like what do we got here? Like a 1,200% return, an increase from where we are today at around 0.5085. And I think that it's all going to depend on how the broad crypto market does as well. I think that if Bitcoin and the broad crypto market has a bull run like it did earlier in the year, and Bitcoin gets up, in the 60,000 range or even higher, that we will see this 0.0001 number sooner than later. Now, if the crypto bear market continues, it could be much longer time before it gets there. But I think that with this ShibaSwap exchange on board and high level of legitimacy for this project at this point, I do think that we will see the Shiba Inu coin go up in value, probably dramatic at some point, and we'll just have to see when that is. Obviously, the sky is the limit. Anytime that someone says anything is impossible, it can be done. I do think that there are reasonable limits to how much these cryptos can be worth relative to Bitcoin, relative to Ethereum, relative to the total crypto market, and relative to various stock markets. I do not think that you can just say, well, $1 is going to be reasonable with a $395 trillion market cap, but who knows what's going to happen, in the next 10 to 20 years if you have that kind of time frame for this. So guys, there you have it. ShibaSwap is out. I think that the price of Shiba Inu coin will be on the rise in some way, shape, or form. If you guys like this video, you got some value out of it, please hit that like button for me. It really helps this video and this channel out in the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below to grow your wealth, increase your success, put you on the road to financial freedom. I appreciate you guys watching today, and I will see you on the next one.